Hi friends, welcome to Positive Power with your host Michele Dionne. Thank you for joining me for another week. Today is voting day, my friends. Did you know it's voting day today? 2 ways for us to vote, that we can vote every single day for what we want in our world to help the greater good, which is really the ultimate quest. That's what my love revolution is all about. And there's 2 ways you can get involved. First of all, you can get involved by making this your vote. Whether it's $1, it's $5, it's $10, it's $20. Every time you make a purchase of something, you're casting your vote. You're deciding what you support. I went online and I brought up an article of 10 businesses caught using sweatshops in sweatshop scandals. Do you know what sweatshops are? Third world countries usually, where they're mass producing items for the first world countries at very, very cheap, ridiculously cheap. They're muscled into these contracts. They abuse their workers in different ways, not necessarily physically abusing them, but making them work hard, long hours for low pay. That's abuse. You know, there's different companies where the suicide rate is so high that people are jumping out of the buildings and they put nets there so that they jump out and then they get caught in the net. Sorry, you're not committing suicide today. And they get marched straight back in and they go back to work. Wow. Do you want to support that with your money? I came up with this article online that I'm going to share, and it's 10 businesses that were caught in sweatshop scandals. First one, H&M. Second one, Nike. Now, in the 90s, there was a scandal, and people realized what they were doing, especially when they're not even cheap items. And they boycotted Nike, and Nike somewhat learned their lesson, and apparently they're better now. Next one, you're not going to be surprised, Walmart. In 2013, do you remember in Bangladesh, there was a factory that actually the floors collapsed because they had been so poorly looked after. In 2008, they found out that workers were being forced to work 19-hour shifts for less than $20 a month. This is one of the companies that's a very big producer for Walmart and actually for Joe Fresh. Think about that when you go and you're buying your stuff. We live in this disposable clothing industry now. It's nothing to go out to the mall and pick up a $10 cheap shirt, just wear it 3 times, it washes like crap, you throw it out, you don't care, because you can go get another one. What are you feeding into doing that? That is your power. We hate hearing the stories, we don't want to support the injustices, but at the same time, we're going there and giving them our money. Are you seeing the problem? Another one, The Gap, La Senza, Victoria's Secret. Again, these are high-priced items that they are they're getting them the wrong way. They're producing them the wrong way. Disney. This was interesting. Disney products. They got caught using 14-year-olds in sweatshops, and they were paying them 33 to 41 cents an hour. Can you imagine that? Disney products. Oh my goodness. Joe Fresh, like I already said, and Marks and Spencer's. So these are big names that are, you know, it's all greed, right? It's all about greed. So with your dollar, think when you spend it, where are you going to put that money? Are you going to go, and I realize, you know, a lot of these big chain stores have wiped out the competition, so you're forced to go there. For some things, you know, you're caught between a rock and a hard place, but you need to make your decisions as much as you can and go back to the small stores. Try to recycle, buy it used, it's already produced, that sort of thing. And then the second way that you can vote, I'm trying to keep the video short, so excuse me for rushing a little bit. Here's the other way. Here's your other vote right there, your fork. You know, anybody that knows me personally knows that I'm a documentary junkie. I watch documentaries all the time. I really feel like I know too much, but it's true. We are learning more and more about the antibiotics that's going into the food, about the GMOs, about the factory farmed animals that are never getting out of their cages. You know, I see these people that they share these posts on puppy mills and all the cute animals. What about the not cute animals? What about the animals that, you know, they're fattened up in record time? You know, have you seen the documentary Rotten? Very, very, very eye-opening. So, if you don't support all that stuff, then what do you need to do? It is still winter. It's a great time to start planning your garden. It's a great time to start thinking, okay, I'm not going to support that, so my vote is to support my farmer's market. My vote is to grow my own stuff in my own garden. Maybe this year I'll put a garden in my front yard and make it a free garden. What about a rain barrel? You know, that water bill with the high delivery charge, which we know is about as sketchy gets. You know, start a rain barrel. And I checked in our community here in Lambton County, it is legal to do both those things, because you do realize that in certain communities you can't have a rain barrel. Anyways, be proactive. Recycle as much as you can. Start your own stuff. Source things locally. You know, we know so much about pollution in the air, and we know so much about the oil and the gas industry. So when you support local, you're also helping the environment, because you're not playing into the pollution that comes from the transport trucks, right? Those are all very important things. So plan ahead, plan your garden, get your seeds, do what you can, take control back of your life. So my friends, here you go. It's voting day. How are you going to vote? Vote with your fork, vote with your money. And don't forget, you're so awesome. You're absolutely amazing. Thanks for joining me again. And I didn't mean for that to be like depressing, but being positive doesn't mean that you're naive. It doesn't mean that you don't acknowledge the facts. This is where our power is. We're taking our power back. It's a love revolution. You're on my team. I know you are. So grow your food, source your food. You know, Sarnia Produce in Point Edward, they're open every day. Go there. Start doing that. Take control. Pay attention to what you're consuming, because you do have that power. Have a great week. We'll do this again next week.